Good afternoon. Welcome to the Fifth Guardian. Today is Thursday, the 21st of November 2024. It's 1 p.m. here in the UK. And once again, welcome to the Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I am player of games. But it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series within Real Racing 3, specifically the Stradale Exxperience series, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 exclusive series, and the weekly time trial. In the chat on the YouTube side, Alexander Hikifarov says hi. Welcome, Alexander. Glad to have you back. Thanks for joining. Right, let's get the iPad shared and let's get some races in. Okay. Right. So I'm going to start off first with the Stradale Exxperience series. Probably pronouncing that wrong. So that's in season 4. So we had a go at it yesterday and I was able to take it up to 40%. So I'm hoping at the very least I can get this above 50%. So Tier 8 has a PR in the Cup of 77.8. So I think I can use the weakest car, which is the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, in those 3 races in that tier and hopefully have a little bit of success. Might have a problem with the Hunter, but let's take a look. Let's go. So quite a bit behind. So I count it down in hundreds. So I'm already below 12. Now 11. Oh, 10. 9. 8. It is the shorter track. 6. Up into 7th. That's 4. 3. 2. 1. Oh, come on. Up into 5th, overtaking the car. I think I've got about 300 yards, though, to get ahead of it. Oh, losing it again. Lamborghinis. I've got 2nd. I've got 1st. Can I keep it going around this corner, though? There we go. Okay, there we go. Got 1st on the Hunter. Always find Hunters can be a little bit hard because typically when you're online, you're racing against people of comparable PR cars. So they typically do a lot better than the computer opponents. So it can be a little bit harder to get a 1st on a Hunter when you are online. In fact, if you look there, the 1st computer opponent is only 4th, Richie Rich. So good. A 1st, nevertheless. Speed Snap. Now this will be interesting. 136 by some person with a weird display name. Oh. There we go. In the end, that was quite easy. Thought I might struggle with that one, but yeah, 11 miles per hour quicker. There we go. Number 2, very strange display name. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Right, so 2 races completed. I'm up to 44%. Let's get on and do the Circuit of the Americas Cup. And it's the shorter track. It's the national circuit, 3 laps. I'll carry on using this car. I will put it straight into maintenance when durability runs out, because I'm approaching this stage where the cars won't be effective. Or rather, I'm approaching the tiers where the cars will become less and less effective. So I stay out of trouble, always around the outside, up into 8th. Should get a few cars, although that guy moved out, stopped me from getting by. A little bit rude. Up into 4th though. There we go. Up into 3rd. It's like a little bit aggressive there by Rattlesnake. Anyway, we're up into 2nd. I've got 2 laps. 2 laps to do after this one, and only 1 car to overtake. So it's, at this moment in time, relatively straightforward. I am umming and ahhing though about trying to be clever with the tiers, because this car has such a lower PR. I'm seeing if I can skip a tier and then have a tier available for this car to race in tomorrow. Again, maximising all 3 cars carrying out races. So I am in 1st. I'm about 150 yards ahead. Can't get a handle of that corner though with this car. So that's a 1:11. Scratch the nose, because you can do that in the middle of a race. So I'm 1st, final lap, 200 yards ahead. off the track, but not on the grass because there was no grass. It's looking like another win. There we go. So that's a first as well. So that's another tier completed. And this should, oh, car's still valid as well, should take me up to 46%. So I've currently got 2 tiers open. A 77.8. I'm going to try and leave that for the Siesto to do next time. So I'm tempted to run it in endurance, because being online, the endurance, oh, it's come up at 6.4. Alfreeza on the YouTube chat says, "Hey brother, how is your day?" Hello, Alfreeza. Welcome along. Thanks for joining again. My day is going very well. Just to make yourself aware, so you asked a question to do with, I think it was yourself, harvesting gold. So I'm going to release a video. It will be, I'll produce it live, but it'll come out on Sunday, and I'll go through what I do on a daily and a weekly basis to maximize my gold harvesting. So keep your eye out for that video. So I haven't forgotten about your request, and I will put a video together separately from everything else on Sunday. And the reason I'm going to do it separately, because every now and then people ask, and I can then just point to that separate video. So, yeah, my day's going very well. I hope yours is as well. Back to the racing. So I've fallen a bit lucky there. Endurance is only having to be 6.4. So I should do that very easily with this car. That's effectively only 2.5 times round this circuit, I think. So I'm slowing down because the maximum I can have on the clock is 90 seconds. And obviously I'm very close to 90 seconds, and you get 10 seconds every time you pass a car. So I'm just taking my time, slowing down, getting under the 80 seconds, and then passing the next car. So I've got 1 mile on the board already. Still at 80 odd seconds. I will pass this car, and then I won't pass any more because I'll be coming up to the finish line. And if it's just over 2 miles, I'll get at least 16 seconds rewarded as I cross the finish line. In fact, it looks like being closer to 2.5 miles. So it'd be more like 20 seconds. So there we go, 88 seconds. I'll hold back overtaking this car. I'm going to get 6. There we go. I've got 3 miles on the clock already. This endurance is going to be relatively straightforward. And then the car will need servicing, and I'll put it into servicing. I won't keep racing it because, you know, the Stradale struggled a couple of tiers before. So this car is like 10 PR points worse off. So I'm sure this car will struggle. But this will put me very close to getting to 50% and another gold reward. Oh, yeah. Probably should have not overtook that car, but I have, so won't get the full benefit of the 20 seconds. But I don't think it's going to matter because I'm easily going to get to 6.4 miles. So I'm not overly worried. And there we are. We've got third in the distance, and I'm pretty sure close after it will be second and first. So that's the endurance completed and won. I say completed. I've still got 70 odd seconds to race, so might get a bit of a score here. Just slow down a bit just to stop this car from skidding. Just take the hand off the throttle, no need to apply any brakes. I have found since moving over to the new driving system, I am a little bit slower than what I was. So when it was just using auto acceleration, I just had to brake. My times are quicker under that config. So I've still got a bit of work to do. But it's close enough to persevere and get it sorted. I think the main issue is consistency. So when I do sort of like one of the big F1 races, I normally can get in the 118s now. But on this current racing config, I can be between now 118. I can be as low as 118, but between 118 and 120. So there's just a slight lack of consistency with this driving config at the moment. But perseverance should mean improvement. Lee Melvin in the chat waves his hand to say hello. Your display name's correct today. Excellent. Welcome back. Good to have you back. So this endurance has been won. I might as well carry on because the longer I go, the higher the number of miles, and also it should result in a higher fame reward. And obviously that will take me closer to the next fame upgrade, and a fame upgrade gives gold. So I'll probably hit the finish line again, but I suspect this after this lap, that'll be the final lap. But 12 miles on the board isn't too bad. That's pretty good. It's going to be close, but there we go. 20 seconds left to race. I'll get over 13 miles. Don't think I'm going to catch that car. No. But that's fine. There we go. So 13 and a half miles. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 48%, fingers crossed, is what I've hit now. Service the car. 2 cars left to race today in this particular series. %. I'm going to how long is that? No. Okay. Right, I'm going to do the head-to-head with the Porsche. Now, I reckon I can do the head-to-head. That'll open up the next tier. I can then do the next tier with the Porsche, and that should then open up the showcase event for the Ferrari. Okay, Alfreza, glad that you joined. Enjoy the rest of your day. Might catch you later. If not, hope to see you in a future stream. Thanks for dropping by. So head-to-heads, I'm normally good at, but yeah, I'm struggling here. Let's see if we can catch him up. He's still ahead. Oh, there we go. Almost got him. Oh. Is this a head-to-head? I'm going to lose. It might well be. It might well be. But I'm going to do my best not to, as he takes the lead. Now, he is catching, though. He is definitely faster in the straights, being the Ferrari. I'm just going to try and keep him behind me. There we go. So hopefully I've weathered the storm there. Tight round the corner, speed away. Wow, that was close. Lee's puts next week, Tuesday, opportunity to fully upgrade the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro and unlock the exclusive series. Yes, and I will definitely be taking a look at that as well on Tuesday. But as you can see, my gold's a bit low, 256. So I need to be earning a bit more gold to be in a position to be able to do that. Hence this little mini series, driving the gold up, buying cheaper upgrades, driving the gold up. That will be effectively what goes on. So it's like earn gold, spend it, earn gold, spend it for the next few weeks. The main car in this series has already been won, so there's not really a great deal I'm bothered about. I will attempt to win the F1, so that's probably going to cost me in the region of about 450 gold. But that's it. So lots of opportunity over the coming weeks to be looking at the upgrade sales and doing a calculation about cost versus reward. And the Aston Martin Vulcan AMR Pro is definitely on that list. Okay, so 50%. I'm now up to 271. The reward for 75% is 20 gold. I'm going to leave 82 and I'm going to do the speed snap and the drag race with the Porsche, which might be problematic because it doesn't look. I mean, that's 1.66 acceleration. That's 2.34. I suspect that might not be a problem on the speed snap, but in the drag race, if this car's up against the Ferrari, it's not going to win. Well, let's see. So 142 miles per hour is what I've got to be on this speed snap. Just see if I can accelerate out. See that brake in there, so I'm going to turn brake assist off. That was close, but I think I got it. The reason why I turned brake assist off is it was going to go straight into another corner and the brakes would have applied automatically, giving me the potential risk of not getting first. And Lee's saying he wants to do it, see if he can get into Group A in the time trial next week. Well, good luck with that. I will be doing the time trial. There is an update in terms of where I finished yesterday. Can I improve? We'll find out later. It definitely won't be Group A. That's for sure. At this moment in time for me. Okay, so that's another first. 52%. We're creeping up in terms of PR. We're now up to 85. So there are 2 cars now that can only be used in the tiers going forward. So let's do the drag race. Hopefully we don't get a Ferrari first. I'll take that. Another Porsche. Although that was a poor start and a poor second gear change. But I did manage to win. So it looks like I'll meet the Ferrari in the final and probably not win it, or beat it rather. Catching up, overtaking. I've got second. Let's go. And I haven't got a Ferrari. I've fallen a bit lucky there. There we go. That's another first. Lucky to avoid racing a Ferrari in that drag race. I think I would not have won if I had come up against a Ferrari. So what's next? The Ferrari has opened up. I might go straight onto that, get that done, and then I can make a call about what car to use if there's some durability left on the Ferrari. So autocross, 25 seconds, and it's Melbourne. Oh dear, what? I forgot to put the auto brakes back on. So I wasn't focusing, was I? Whoops a daisy. Might have to do that again. Oh dear. I'm all over the place with this one. No surprise they didn't win that one. I'll just do it again. It's my own fault. Simply put, was expecting the brakes to auto kick in and I turned the bloody things off. So what did I expect but to hit the wall? Let's see if we can improve. There we go. Okay, there we go. First this time round. So that's autocross done. And now it's on to the cup. So I'm probably not going to get to 75% today, but fingers crossed, it will set me up quite nicely to hit 75% tomorrow. Little Note goes, hi there, welcome along, little Nate. He says, Or they say nice Greg race. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the best by me there, but thank you very much for the comment. Thank you for joining the stream and putting a comment in the chat. Much appreciated. Okay, so it's not one of my favourite tracks. So it's the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. But at least it's 5 laps, which should give me some opportunity to to win. I think this would have been tight if it was only 3 laps, but 5 laps, an opportunity. 22 cars, 21 cars to overtake. So I'm going to go around the outside, hopefully stay out of trouble. Might just sneak in the inside there though. Oh, somebody else has got the same idea, so I've ended up in trouble. But I think being up into 14, 13, 12, that's pretty good. Puts me on target to win. I'll go around the outside again. And again. Now I'll take the inside. Slip into the outside. Goes off track, loses a place. Never mind. Getting a bit cocky there, I was. So I should get 8th. I'm going to go round the outside on this one to hopefully stay in 7th. Round the outside again, and this time effectively on the inside into the end of the lap, and I'm up into 6th. So 4 laps to go. I'm up to 5th, and 4 cars to overtake. Looking good for the win. Slowing down there into the corner, inside this time. So I've already got the car that I needed to for this lap, but I might as well crack on. I reckon I can be in first at some point on the 3rd lap. Beltview Family 123 says, "Wow, welcome along. Thank you for joining. Good to have you with us." They do like this game. Yep, me too. It's good fun. Lee Melvin's put Group A super hard, no easy get Group A. Yeah, you don't have to tell me that. I think I'm doing well if I get into Group C. Little Nay puts, wow, nice. Thank you very much. Trung Hoofing. Oh, speaking to Lee. Sorry, I'll butt out. But welcome along. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting in the chat. Quite happy for you all to have a little chat among yourselves. Very much appreciated. I hope everybody's day is going all right. It's still cold here in the UK. It was -3 this morning. I think it is above 0, and obviously that's in Celsius, but if it is, it's only like 1 or 2 degrees. So it's another cold day today. But I have got my heating on, so I'm relatively nice and warm. Plus all the heat from all my technology keeps me warm as well. So as predicted, I am in first place by lap 3. I'm currently 300 yards ahead of second. This should be another victory. It may be touch and go though, getting to 75%. I don't know. I'm not going to service this car if it needs servicing, because I can still do the time trial with a car that has negative durability. And at this stage, I'm not concerned about setting a fast lap. Oi. There we go. So last lap, I'm in first by 800 yards. Relatively straightforward. It's another victory, but I think this car will need servicing. But I'll just use it once more on the time trial. So that's not my favourite track, but it's good to win. There we go. Car needs servicing, but as I said, I'll just do the time trial first. Percentage-wise, I'm up to 58%. So I think there definitely is an opportunity to get to 75% tomorrow because I've still got some races to do today. So I think being above 60% should mean I'll be okay. But let's have a look. I'm going to take it easy, nice and slow. Although it's a time trial in a series, you just have to get round to have it marked as completed. So that's what I do. Because at this stage, or in the series, it's all about earning the gold at the 25, 50, 75 and 100% marks. At least it is for me anyway. There you go. But in terms of setting fast laps, I will be starting a series in the next few weeks called Practice Makes Better. And all I will be doing is racing cars that are at 100% around the time trials. I'll be starting off with the slower cars because I do think this is how you learn. You practice on the slower cars, and I'll be looking at doing it. I'll be setting a standard with my current config, see what my lap time is. Then I'll be turning everything off and seeing if I can improve. I'm sure that'll be quite fun because I'm pretty sure there'll be loads of late braking, shall we say, and the car going off track. But sometimes that's half the fun. But yeah, that'll be in the next couple of weeks. Effectively, if I've got nothing else on in the game, it's an opportunity to carry out some practice effectively. And I'll be streaming it so you can come along and watch and see how bad I am with none of the assists on. Right, so there we go, 60%. Just the Porsche left. I'm going to go to tier 13, and I'm going to do the Suzuka Circuit Cup. It's only 3 laps, so there's a possibility there might be some durability left on the car. Probably not. Right. So this might be the last race in this series today. Okay. So again, I'm going to go around the outside. Try and stay out of trouble. I have only got 3 laps, so I probably need to get a move on. So I'm up into 9th. It's a big long lap, so there's plenty of opportunity to overtake. And again, it's another good circuit for overtaking. I think I can get 2 cars here. Okay, 1. So up into 7th. Going around the outside again. Sharp into the corner. I'm up into 6. There we go, up into 5th. I see all the cars ahead of me, so there's a real opportunity to get first again on the basis that I've got 2 laps and I can see all the cars. I'm up into 4th. It's looking good. Strange that the Ferrari doesn't even exist in this race. Probably because the developers knew that if it was in the race, it would win. It does seem to be so much the better car. There we go, first on the 2nd lap. Looking like another victory, although I am confident this car will need servicing after this race. But I'm also relatively confident I can get to 75% tomorrow. So this is only the end of the 2nd lap, so I've still got another lap to go. I am in 1st. I'm 150 yards ahead, just about. Just got to keep it clean on the last lap. Oh, losing it a bit. Fortunately, I'm ahead still, so I'm not too worried. So I've potentially set it up so that each car can complete a tier. So that's 9 races, and technically speaking, that's close to at least 15%. In fact, it'd be a bit more than that in terms of completion. So that should mean I get 75% tomorrow. But obviously, that's only if I win. So slow, slow. There you go. There we go. It's another win. Car does indeed need servicing. That's all 3 cars used in this stream for that series. I'm up to 62%. So what I'm effectively thinking is tier 11, I can use the Lamborghini. Tier 16, I can use the Porsche. And then tier 17, which will be opened up, I can use the Ferrari. And fingers crossed, that should give me the opportunity of getting to 75% and therefore earn 20 gold. I think it was 20 gold. Yeah, 20 gold. Okay, so that's that series done for today. So it's now up to 62%. Season 4 is up to 83%. Probably no change on road collection overall. Not a surprise. I think I need to complete the equivalent of at least 3 series from 0% to 100%. So I'm still a bit off there, I think, but I might be wrong. Right. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I will just take a 1-minute break once I've just got there. So in exclusive, Lamborghini, the Lamborghini Essenza SCV 12. So in yesterday's stream, I did the 1 race. I did the cup. I won it, and then obviously I think I had to service the car. So the reason why it's at 16% is I basically, when the car was then available to use again, I took the iPad offline and I completed all the hunters. So I completed all the hunters offline because then I'm racing against computer opponents rather than human opponents, and I tend to find the hunters a little bit easier to win. So I think there was only 3 hunters in total. Where is the other one? There it is. So I completed them. Obviously, I still had some durability left. So I went back to tier 2, and I also did the cup, and then also the cup in tier 3. At that point, the car was ready to be serviced, but because I was in offline mode, I decided with the car in negative durability, I decided to do the endurance races that were available. So let me again go through them. So endurance isn't that popular, but it's on tier 9, tier 12, tier 16, and I think that was the last one. Yeah. So the reason why I did that was because if you do the endurance with the iPad or whatever device you're using to play Real Racing 3 in an offline scenario, it can't give you a race against a human opponent. It has to give you a race against a computer opponent. And typically on endurance, the maximum the computer opponent will register will be no more than sort of like 6.4 to 6.9. So it's a lot easier to win. So in terms of what I'm doing today, drawing is absolutely correct. I'm going to do basically the shorter races. So for me, that's three. It's the drag race, the autocross, and the speed snap. I'm confident I'll get well above the 25%. So I will get a 18 gold reward. So I'm going to do that in just over a minute. I'm just going to go off screen. Just give me 1 minute and I'll be back. Okay, right. So there we go. So again, I approach it from going from tier 1 to tier 20. So even though this is the exclusive series and you can only enter it once your car's at 100%, I do find the races get harder as you go from tier 1 to 20. So I'm pretty sure the first 1 to 6 tiers will be relatively straightforward. And it does look like in this exclusive series, there's loads of short races. So there's a potential of even getting close to 50%. But let's see what happens. There we go. So the drag race on tier 1 is a first. So 1 down, quite a few to go. I think there's about 22 short races in this particular exclusive series, which I think is quite a few more than normal, but I'm not complaining. Okay, so autocross. Okay. Oh, lost it a bit there. Going to be close. Oh. So I've got second there. I think I could have got first, but I'll leave it there a second and we'll move on to the next one. In fairness, that was an error on my part. But we'll move on to the speed snap. So what have I got to do? 140. There we go. Turing's Port, I don't think 1 to 20 is about the difficulty. It is more like a pack of 3 events that picked by the game randomly. I hear what you're saying, but as I say, what I find is as you go through from tier 1 to tier 20, they get harder. So I don't think it's quite as random as the game just randomly picks stuff. I think another thing that comes into play as well is in the earlier tiers, you tend to find yourself racing more and more against computer opponents, and in the later tiers you tend to find yourself racing against human opponents. And what I find is human opponents tend to set a higher score than computer opponents. So that's just been my experience. So as I said, even though there's no PR rating, I still find it a lot easier to complete the early tiers than what I do the later tiers. But I think possibly the explanation for that is there tends to be a lot more computer opponents in the later tiers than the earlier tiers. Okay, so I'm up to 21%. Tier 3, I'll do the autocross. Now, another thing I've noted as well, and I'll say it after I've completed this. Now, it hasn't been applicable in this particular series up to this point. But the other thing that I've noticed is obviously there's a cup in each tier, obviously except the time trial tier. And the cups in the earlier tiers tend to have a smaller number of laps, whereas the cups in the later tiers tend to have a larger amount of laps. So I actually find it easier to win the cups on the later tiers than the earlier tiers, because sometimes it's quite hard if you're in a 2 or a 3 lap race to overtake 22 opponents, whereas it's a lot easier to overtake 22 opponents if you've got 5 to 8 laps to do that in. Now, as I said, this hasn't been the case with this particular exclusive series. And what I mean by that is if I go to tier 1, that was a 5 lap race. Tier 2, that was a 5 lap race. And that is unusual, I find, in exclusive series. Normally the tiers 1 through to 4 are like 2 3 lap races. But there we go. Okay, so 23%. Tier 4, I've got 2 small races again. So I'm going to do the drag race first. Again, all of this is my experience of the game, and it doesn't mean my experience is correct. I could be completely wrong. but it's just what I've found through playing the game. See, that was close there. I did win it, but it was close. Oh, terrible start. I haven't got this one. Yeah, that was a bad start. So I might have to settle for second at this moment in time, but I'm going to give it a couple of goes. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen. Final attempt, I think this is. No, I'll have to make do with second. So, have I got 25% or has it just gone to 24%? 24%. Not a surprise there. So, Speed Snap. I think that's going to be close. I managed to get first. Wow. That was a bit close, I thought. So that will be my 18 gold. Yeah, look at that. 0.61 to 0.16. That's very close. But I've got 25% and 18 gold. Okay, so let's just have a look and see how many I've got left to do. So we've got one autocross, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I reckon just on the short races on their own, I can get to 50%. And if I do, and if I've got some left, I'll then have a go at the multiplayer. But if not to worry. So, okay, so there's a real opportunity of getting to 50% just on the quick races. So let's see what happens. So Drawing asks a very important question, which is he's put maybe turn off Wi-Fi to avoid player AI. So absolutely, that's what I did off stream. So to make sure I was racing against Hunter, computer opponents on Hunter and computer opponents on Endurance, I did that. The problem when you're streaming is you need AirPlay, and AirPlay requires Wi-Fi. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 when you're streaming. So I have to be on Wi-Fi. But yes, I would definitely recommend it if you're playing sort of like the game on your own and you're struggling in either Endurance or in Hunter. You know, go take your device to offline, so it's not on the internet, and then redo those races. And you should then be racing against computer opponents, and it will be a little bit easier then to achieve first place. But not for me while I'm streaming. Oh, I messed that up completely. Well, I've made a right pig's ear of that. So I'm going to do that again. Although I got second, I'm still tempted to do that again. I made an absolute mess of that first corner. Yeah. Absolute mess of that. Right, so I reckon I've already made up half a second just from being tidier through that part. Oh. There we go. It was close because I did mess up again at the end, but there we go, first. Alrighty. So that's all I'm going to do on tier 6. Tier 7, I've got 2 short races. So let's do the speed snap first. It's the junior course of the Monza track. Okay. It's a bit of a strange one, this, because it's almost like just after the corner. So second again. See what I mean? I'm going down the tiers and I'm getting second. It does. I do find it depends. Sometimes I have an absolute streak and I get first every time, and other times I struggle. But that was very close. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna leave it as is. Let's get them all done. Let's see where I am, and then I can go back, and if I'm just short, I can decide if I want to do another race or do some of the shorter races that I've already done, but I finished second in. Drag race. So I got second on this in the last drag race. So am I going to do any better? Well, I've at least got third. I've at least got second. Okay, so Turing's asking what my settings are set to. So, what I do. So first off, in terms of, although it's not obviously applicable on this, so I now do use Tiltsby steering. So I've only started implementing this since the new version for version 13 came out, and I have the steering sensitivity calibrated and set to 0. In regards to assists, I have steering assist currently on high. I have traction control off, and I have brake assist set to low. So they're my current driver assist. So traction control is off. Brake assist is low. None of it's applicable really on a drag race though. I believe I've actually got first this time. There we go. There we go, first. But I think if I carry on like this, I should hit 50% without running out of durability. 31%, tier 7 done, tier 8 autocross. Let's get in. It is my least favourite speedway track. I wasn't brilliant around that corner. Never mind. And I was terrible there. I thought I'd braked a little bit too late. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this one again then. All in good time. I think a little bit better there. Oh dear, what am I doing? There, I haven't done it again. Miles off. Okay, one more go. I completely lost where I was on that track. And so I ended up braking when I didn't need to. So let's try again. Okay. There we go. That's better. There we go. Got there in the end. All right. So 1 hour 15 into the stream. Got just under half durability left. It's another first. 33% onto tier 9. Drag race. That's the third drag race already. There we go. So I'm at least third. I'm at least second. And again, it's another first. So for some reason, I had a problem with that earlier drag race, thus proving my previous experience wrong. But that's how it goes. Okay, so that's as far as I get on tier 9, 35% now. 2 short races on tier 11. Let's do the speed snap first. I would imagine this is, it's just go as fast as you can on a straight that's a little bit curved. I always think the key is getting around this corner correctly. Getting that acceleration on. So now I've got to get to 200. Yes. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Getting closer to a fame upgrade as well. So that'd be nice. Okay, 37% autocross. 28 seconds. Oh, almost lost it. There we go. Another first. Getting it together. There you go. Start following me again. That's it. It turned itself off. Bless. Aravind Shin says, "Hi, bro. Welcome along. Thanks for joining. Good to have you with us. Hope your day's going well." Okay, so that's tier 11 completed. 38%, getting ever closer to that 50%. Nothing in tier 12. Tier 13, speed snap. 151. All right. I've sort of got to be clever here because it's there we go. So I was slow into the corner so I could speed out, and there we go. I got first again by quite a bit, and the next 4 were all copies of player opponents, human opponents. So there we go. That's good. So that's another first. And that puts me up to 40%. Not going to do anything else in tier 13 at this moment in time. Tier 14, I've got 2 short races. So let's do the autocross first. It's the national circuit. It's 19 seconds to do it in. So that's a bit tough, is my immediate reaction. Although, to be fair, it's as close to 20 seconds as you can make it. There we go. And I got first, and I reckon that's pretty close. I reckon by a few hundredths of a second, I got first there. There we go. 7 hundredths of a second. That's all right. Not bad at all. Okay, so we are getting close to running out of durability. But I think if I carry on as I am, I should hit 50%. I've still got, after the drag race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we go. I think this is in the bag. So that's at least third. At least second. Oh, not a chance. There we go. Now I'm not going to do it again. I do have a little gripe about the drag race, and that is because the computer opponents start as soon as it changes, because obviously there isn't a reflex action. But what they do in the game is all of us as humans have a delay between seeing the light change and then reacting. But what they do with copied human racers is they remove, I'm convinced of this, they remove that reaction. So it's always harder to beat a human opponent because they've removed that reaction to the lights changing. Again, something I've noticed. Not a lot I can do about it, but second is fine. Second is fine. It's not a biggie. Okay, right. So getting closer and closer to the 50% target. And 50% is 35 gold. Okay, so let's do the speed snap. It does look, though, as if I might run out of durability before having the opportunity of doing a race in the online multiplayer event. But that's just how it goes. Speed snap. Oh, I messed that up completely. Can I make it back up? Probably not. Second again. And again, that was my doing. But I'll take second. That might be enough. That might be enough. Let's move on. Is it possible I might just fail to hit 50%? It's a possibility. 45%. Let's do the autocross. 23 seconds. we go. Through the dodgy chicane already happened. So come on. 1, 2. I think I've won that. I think I've got first there. Yes, very good. Excellent. So there we go. That's hopefully 47%. I reckon I've got 2 races in it, and I need to come first in 2 races. Boy, I like cutting these things fine. 46%. Ugh. Well, that should mean if I get first in the next 2, I'll definitely get 50. Oh, and it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst speed snaps for me. This is all about getting it right into that last corner. Come on. There we go. Was that enough? Second again. It's a day of seconds, but day of seconds might still be enough. Probably 48%. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do the autocross. Okay. Is this going to do it? Well, it was a bit messy in the end, but I do believe I got first. So what do we reckon? 49% or 50%? I'm not going to service the car. 50%. All right, there we go. 50%. I'm not going to do another race. What I'm going to do is, even though it's just ever so slightly into the red, I'm going to do one race on the multiplayer tournament with this car. Let's go. Let's finish off this car with a race in multiplayer and get some gold on the board in the multiplayer tournament. Now, it's only one lap. I thought it said Monza, but I wonder if that was the next track. Because obviously this is the Spanish Grand Prix, the full Grand Prix circuit. So it looks like I'm going to get second, at the very least. And that should earn me points. there we go. Clearly in second. Not probably going to catch first. Well, I'll take that. Okay, there we go. So that's the end of that car in this stream. Okay, let's see what points we got. So, no surprise there. Second. $88 points. I'll service the car. I'll exit out, and there should now be a score on the board for multiplayer. No surprise there. It's only at 4. So again, during the week, I'll do a few more races. I reckon I can get that up to at least 7, hopefully. Well, at least 6 for sure. So that ends that car. But that's not bad. It's still, road collection still showing at 72%. I think it's going to be a while before exclusive goes back up to 39% because they've added 3 new exclusive series. So that means effectively I've got to at least do 3 exclusive series from 0 to 100%. And at the moment I'm only doing 1. So I've got another 2 to switch that back up to 39%. But that's fine. So that's the Lamborghini Essenza SCV 12 exclusive series completed for today, and it's up to 50%, which I'm quite happy with that. What is next? Time trial. Now, if you remember from yesterday, time trial when I raced this car, I was actually just on the I was in E and just on the edge of moving into D. I haven't raced this car, but again, because so many people that race first are normally the better drivers, and then over the week, more and more average drivers race, and most of them probably won't get a time as good as mine. So just naturally, because it's based on percentage, I've moved from E through to D. And it looks like to get into C, I've got to knock a second off the time. Now, that might be possible, but it is a short track, and B, not a car that's fully upgraded. So there were a couple of areas I remember that I thought, well, I can actually do some considerable improvement on. So let's find out what happens. Yeah, brakes just a little bit too late there. There we go. Overall, just a little bit quicker. So there's definitely, I think there's 3 areas of the track where I can improve on. Oh, it actually put me slightly slower. Never mind. 2 more goes. And I say 2 more goes because that's obviously when drive runs out. Probably what I should have done, because it looks like I can get 6 goes. So in tomorrow's stream, what I'll do is I'll race this first and then do all the other series and then race it again, and I should get six goes out of it, as opposed to, unfortunately, today just the 3. There we go. So that's one area. That's the second area. And that's the third area, and I haven't done better there. But that's not bad. 0.85 or 0.77 off the off my personal best. And I think that puts me about 0.4 off getting into Group C, which I think is pretty good for a car that's not at 100%. I think that's pretty good. But there is still a little bit of improvement I can do, I reckon. Final attempt for today. Well, not to worry. An improvement a day is always good. I haven't gone up a group, but I'm now in potential hitting target of C. I'm not going to get that, obviously, today now. But there's an opportunity for tomorrow. There we go. So close to getting into C, though, I reckon, overall. Let's just do a tap. Yeah, I definitely reckon I could get 6 goes out of that car. So I'll intend to do that tomorrow. So I'm actually 0.347 away from getting into Group C. So that is definitely a target going for this week. That's not bad. So in summary, I've improved on the time trial. I've done my first race on multiplayer. I've got 4 goals there at this moment in time. In regards to the road collection, I've taken the Stradale Exxperience to 62% and potentially on target to hit 75% in tomorrow's stream. I don't think, in regards to the exclusive series for the Lamborghini Essenza SCV 12, I'll be taking that up to 75% tomorrow. I don't think so. but I should be able to move that on and then be in striking distance potentially in Saturday's stream. Okay, so I've got still plenty of things to do in tomorrow's stream. So it will have the Stradale Exxperience series. There'll be 3 cars again to race in that. I'll continue with the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 exclusive series. I'll do the weekly time trial. I'll look to do that first so I can get 6 attempts on that and hopefully close that gap to Group C. And fingers crossed, I might have a little bit of durability left to have another go at the multiplayer event for this week. So that will be my target in tomorrow's stream. Now, what time will tomorrow's stream be? That is a good question. It will probably be sometime after 3 p.m. And hopefully between 3 and 5 p.m. Not entirely sure of the time at this moment, but there will be a stream. It will be compete in multiple series part 3. There'll be multiple series to race in and hopefully some gold to get. So at the moment, my gold is standing at 324 and there's still plenty of opportunity left to get a lot more gold until, say, the new time trials on Tuesday, the new time trial and multiplayer games on Tuesday, and obviously the next event, which I think is on Sunday. So hopefully you've all enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for the comments in the chat. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and I hope to see you in Friday stream sometime between 3 and 5 p.m. UK time. So all it remains for me to say is thank you and goodbye.